Welcome to my top 10 most anticipated comics for June 21st, 2023. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. It's never too early to start that pull list for next week, and hopefully this list does help you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And if it does, guys, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Before we dive into it, I just gotta give a quick shout out to Whatnot. There's a link in my description box below, absolutely for free. Guys, just click on that link. You can create an account for Whatnot. It is the live auction site where you can bid on anything, whether it's comic books, Legos, Play-Doh, Lincoln Logs, Hot Wheel cars, G.I. Joes, Transformers, Star Wars figures. You can bid on it. And when you win your first auction, you get $15 off of that first purchase. So that's pretty awesome right there. So why not use that link in the description box below? Kick it off with the book that's on the hot seat. This one goes to Titans issue 20. When it came to Titans, it didn't feel like the other Dawn of DC titles for me because Tom Taylor's writing this and he's currently writing the Nightwing book. Well, who is in that Nightwing book? Well, it's the Titans, right? So when we got this first issue, it was kind of a little bit lackluster. You know, we got your Titans characters who are doing battle against this giant gorilla. Peacemaker shows up, which he seems like he's showing up everywhere these days now all of a sudden. And there was this banter at the end that I didn't care for, but they are the leading team right now when it comes to the DC Comics universe until the Justice League comes back. Will I keep this book? I don't know. We'll see. I think it all determines on what's going on with the main story, because the person that winds up getting murdered in this comic, would you think, is the Flash, which is Wally. So I don't know, guys. We'll see how this turns out. 32 pages, $4. The book that's on the rise, we have Edge of Spider-Verse. This is issue 3. All the Spider-Boy fans out there, you know, you've been waiting for this, right? The Spider-Boy origin. Where did this character come from? Is this book going to help the value of Spider-Boy, or Spider-Man, I should say, issue 7, where we got the first full appearance of the Spider-Boy character that everyone was freaking out over, right? And so this book is not only for the readers, but it's also for the speculators out there. Let's hope it's a cool origin story. Let's hope that this character lasts a long time, and this is the next best thing. I want to know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on Spider-Boy? This is 36 pages, and this is $5. Kicking off the top 10 now, speaking of Nightwing, we have Nightwing issue 105. Nightwing has definitely dropped on my most anticipated list. This one looks like it's going to be kind of fun because you're in the perspective of Nightwing. It's like you're Nightwing. You're put on that mask. You get to be involved in the day of what the hero does. And I think that's kind of different, something that we've never seen before, right? It's kind of just like, be a hero for the day. You're Nightwing. That's cool. That's different. Does it progress anything that's going on in the main story? Absolutely not. And that's why this title suffers, because it hasn't done anything really, right? It's cool artwork and stuff. Bruno Redondo comes back as the artist, which will make this book better. But again, there's no real plot to this. So this is 40 pages and this is $5. Coming in at number 9, we have Solomon Ahmed's Terror War. This is issue 3. There was this book is cool because it's like we have people that manifest these creatures out of their minds. It's like their biggest fear. And then we have these terror soldiers that come out and they do battle against these creatures and they earn these bounties. Well, we had these two separate groups of terror fighters fighting over the same bounties. And now these terror creatures have grown so strong and so powerful, our two groups are forced to come together to stop these creatures, right? And so we have, again, Solomon Ahmed who's behind this, and Dave Acosta does the artwork. It's a pretty good book, man. Definitely better than I expected. This is $4. Coming in at number 8, we're going to have a beginning of a new story arc. This is Rogue Sun issue 13. We get to see Dylan, who's struggling to get his identity back. He handed over the possession of the Rogue Sun armor, or whatever you want to call it, to a guy that was the past Rogue Sun, but he's in complete control. It's kind of like the DC character Firestorm, where the guy is like in control and then he's in the background in his brain. Does Dylan come back? I don't know. Hopefully he does. But it's been kind of cool book. I've really enjoyed it. The last issue, we got to see a character, supporting cast character, die. I didn't think they were going to go there. Their stakes are rising in this comic. It's a great story. This one is 32 pages, $4. Coming in at number 7, we have Superman. This is issue 5. Silver Banshee is back. Spoiler warning. We have Jimmy Olsen, who is dating her. Holy cow, what is happening in the Superman world? It's a fun book. The artwork is a lot of fun as well. We also have Lex Luthor, who's teaming up with Superman in this title. There's a lot of stuff going on. But the positive side of things when it comes to Superman is I feel like Superman comics are back. I think people are talking about them again, and they're just fun, man. And that's what we need more of, more fun comic books. This book is 32 pages, and this one is $5. Coming in at number 6, we have The Cult of Carnage Misery issue 2. This is the story of Liz Allen becoming the next symbiote, or Carnage-like symbiote. And not only is it Carnage, but it's a mix between Carnage and Anti-Venom, because she has tried to come up with a cure for like cancer and prosthetics and all this other stuff. And what happens is there's this bad accident that happens with Roxxon, and she had a tube of Carnage and the anti-venom, I guess, symbiote with her. It exploded, and now she wound up catching the symbiote, and she is the next Carnage Venom-like creature. Believe it or not, guys, it actually was a pretty solid story, going deep into Liz Allen's life about her dating Harry and all this other stuff with Norman and Normie and all that cool stuff. So I really enjoyed it. The artwork was great too. 28 pages, $4. Top 5, another Spider book. We have Hallows Eve issue 4. Personally, I've said it before, the best thing that has come out of Spider-Man recently, whether Zeb Wells created the character or not, I think she is actually awesome. I love her power set with her masks. I love how she's trying to do the right thing, but she's perceived as a villain as well. She confronted Spider-Man in the last issue, and this also has ties to the Beyond story arc from Nick Spencer's run of Spider-Man, or when that run actually ended when Ben Reilly became Chasm. This is a good book with a character that definitely has potential. We'll see what's waiting Hallows Eve when this whole thing ends. 28 pages, $4. Coming in at number 4. I think this is the first time it's out of the top 3. This is World's Finest issue 16. It's because of like the Metal Men. I'm not like a huge fan of them, but it is a great book. And it says, here's what it says, because you got all this stuff going on in here. Batman, Superman versus machines, AI, villains, and heroes. Shaggy Man, G.I. Robot, Red Tornado, and Chemo among them have launched a global cyber attack along Numanzo soldiers. Batman, Superman, Robin, Metamorpho, the Element Man are unprepared for onslaught, with millions of lives on the line. That sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like a lot of action. Like I said, I've been reading each and every issue, but there's a lot of characters here that I am not really all that familiar with, so I'm not attached to the characters. But man, every time I read this comic book, I am so entertained by it, and it looks absolutely awesome. This book is 32 pages, and this one is $4. Top 3. New number 1. Incredible Hulk issue 1. The Age of Monsters has begun. Now, what I got from Free Comic Book Day, the artwork on this comic didn't look all that great to me. So it kind of like lowered my expectations for this book. But I'm still excited for it because I want a cool Hulk book. And this just seems like Hulk is going to be battling other monsters again. It looks like it could go to a simpler time of Hulk, not so crazy and chaotic when it comes to like Hulk becoming Thor or being immortal and stuff like that. Maybe we just want Hulk to kick some ass. We want him to do some old school smashing, right? So we'll see what this new series has to offer. I cannot wait to read it. Legacy numbering 782, 36 pages, $5. Coming in at number 2, I did a video on this. This is Ultimate Invasion issue 1. This one is done by Jonathan Hickman and Brian Hitch. After this 4-issue mini is done, we will be getting a one-shot that will be launching an entire new Ultimate Universe. That's exciting, especially for fans who were fans of the Ultimate Universe before it suffered the Secret Wars event that Jonathan Hickman had done back in 2014 or 2015, right? So it's going to come back. I'm excited for this. This is a 52-page comic. I know people were complaining about the price, but you do get a lot of pages, and it is $9. I can't wait to see what this has in store for people. But before we hit number one, I just want to let you know we're not done when we're done with number one. We have those noteworthy comics. These are books that were not on my top 10 most anticipated, but are worth mentioning because you might want to put them down on your pull list. And also, this particular week is the week that I am on vacation, so I won't be discussing this week's books all that much because I will be in South Carolina. So maybe look for some shorts or something like that, just giving you a heads up. All right, guys, but my number one most anticipated for June 21st goes to the Avengers issue 2. The first issue was so well done by Jed McKay. I love how not necessarily Captain Marvel is the leader of this team, but the way she assembled the team, how there was a thought process behind it. And it was almost like Jed McKay was writing this down on his notes on his thought process of what he wanted for the Avengers team. I thought that was really cool. I loved seeing the artwork in this comic. That was awesome too. And I can't wait for this story to evolve. I know there's going to be a lot of new villains that we haven't seen before. So, you know what? Hey, I'm on board. This is 28 pages, $4. Okay, so here we go. The noteworthy comics. We're going to kick it off with Marvel. We have Venom issue 21. If you love the X books, we have X-Force issue 41. We have the continuation of Carnage Reigns. This is Miles Morales, Spider-Man issue 7. Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy issue 3, where we're learning more about Grootfall. Then for the Star Wars fans, we have Star Wars Bounty Hunters issue 35. And then we have Danny Ketch Ghost Rider issue 2. We move on to DC Comics as we have Wonder Woman 800, as we have the first appearance of Wonder Woman's daughter. Then we have Catwoman issue 56, Batgirls issue 19. Then we have Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow issue 3. Black Adam issue 12, and the second issue of Cyborg. Moving on to some indies, we got a few here to talk about. We have King Spawn issue 23. This is No One issue 4. We have a new Jeff Lemire book, The Bone Orchard Mythos Tenement issue 1. And then we have the continuation of Arcade Kings. This is issue 2. So there you guys have it. There are my most anticipated and noteworthy comics for June 21st, 2023. Like I said, I'll be on vacation, but I'll try to do my best on bringing you content. And of course, guys, if you love content, I'll leave you more right here to click on. And as always, guys, keep buying, keep collecting, but more importantly, always read your comics. Guys, I'll see you real soon.